Welcome back. Well, money is flooding into the Trump campaign. The campaign announcing a $141 million fundraising haul for the month of May. This money coming from Trump and the RNC, $53 million raised in just 24 hours. After the guilty verdict alone, other organizations raised another $150 million for Trump in May, bringing the total for the grand total for the month to nearly $300 million. Trump posted this on X. This overwhelming financial success is the result of over 2 million donations, a record which came in at an average of $70.27 each. I spoke with President Trump on Saturday. He told me about $200 million money haul that he had raised. Then I broke the news on Sunday and asked his son, Eric Trump, about the historic donations on Sunday Morning Futures. Watch. What have you seen in the way of money raising? I spoke with President Trump yesterday. He said it's nearly $200 million. That is astounding. Is that number correct? Where does that number come from?
Well, this might be a little inside information, but as I was leaving my house about 37 seconds ago, I asked my wife, what are we up to now? And she said, just in terms of small dollar, we're well over $70 million. This is $21 donations, $43 donations, right? Small dollar donations. If you add the large dollar donations to it, you're over $200 million, but you're over $70 million. And by the way, Maria, wow, 30% of those people have never been seen before by a political party, right?
Joining me now is the chairman of the Republican National Committee, Chairman Michael Whatley, back with us. Mr. Chairman, good to see you this morning. Thanks so much for being here. Tell me about the money coming in. What are you hearing from donors, and what are you up to now?
Well, look, I think 141 million since the over the course of May. We've got 2 million individual donors. I think that what we're seeing right now is organic giving coming from all across the country. All 50 states, we're seeing donations, and average donation of $70, 30% or more of these donors are first-time donors. And so what this shows us is that the American people support Donald Trump. They see through this trial. They understand that it was a politically motivated trial. It was led by a partisan Democrat activist prosecutor, a partisan Democrat activist judge. That this is not what we want to see in America. The support for President Trump really comes down to two things. One, they see through this trial. And secondly, they see what Joe Biden is doing to America. They want to go back to the strength that we had, the success that we had under President Trump. And they do not want to continue the track record of failure that we're seeing from Joe Biden.
Well, I mean, this feels like a change in sentiment, certainly for the big Wall Street guys. You've got Steve Schwarzman saying, I've got to back and support President Trump. Omid Malik says this verdict will have less than zero impact on my support for President Trump. Howard Lutnick, the list goes on. Are you seeing a change in sentiment when you're looking at the big donors?
We're seeing a change in sentiment with the big donors. We're seeing a change in sentiment with our online donors. We're seeing a change of sentiment with black voters, Hispanic voters, Asian American voters are all coming our way because they see what President Biden has done to America. They've seen that his weak leadership has hurt our economy. His weak leadership has hurt our standing in the world. His open border, 10 million plus illegal immigrants that have come across the border in just his tenure. We don't know who they are. We don't know where they are. We don't know what they're doing. So, yes, we are seeing shifts across every metric right now coming towards President Trump, which is why he's leading. He's leading in every issue poll. He's leading in every battleground state poll, and he's leading in every national poll.
Maybe, but Michael, you know as well as I know, it's about who counts the votes at the end of the day, and we want to ensure that we have a free and fair election. What are you doing in that regard? Have you changed any of the policies around observing, or what's most important to ensure that those voters will be heard and we have a transparent and fair election in November?
Could not agree more, Maria. We have set up a new election integrity program at the RNC. It's actually our largest program office that we have right now. And we are setting it up in every single one of our battleground states to ensure that we're going to have a fair, accurate, secure, and transparent election cycle. This is our #1 priority right now. We really look at the RNC and think that we have two functions. One is to get out the vote. The other is to protect the ballot.
Okay, Trump will be on the campaign trail again this week following the guilty verdict in that New York trial. He'll be visiting battleground states, Arizona and Nevada. Recent polls show him leading President Biden in both of those states. Tell me where the states are that you want Trump to campaign more. What are you expecting this week? And what do you want to say about some of those bright blue areas that the president has visited? New Jersey, South Bronx, Minnesota, et cetera.
Look, our map has been very consistent. We've got 7 states that we're going to go play in, but it's nice because we're playing offense. We're just now starting to see polling that shows that we are leading or we're tied in places like Minnesota, Virginia, New Hampshire. These are new states that we're putting on the map, and we're playing offense. The fact that President Trump can go into the Bronx and have a rally and have the huge, immense turnout that we saw there, the fact that he can go down to New Jersey and attract over 100,000 people in deep blue New Jersey, it just shows you that we are playing offense. The American people are ready for a change. They want America to be strong, not weak, and they want to go back to the track record of President Trump.
All right, we're following it all. Michael, good to see you this morning. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Maria.
All right, Michael Whatley joining us this morning.